was it?
Insect.
Oh. Okay, so now what we're doing is, or what I'm doing, you don't have to lift a damn finger, is that several friends, now that we're all quarantined, this is the beginning of week 2 of the quarantine COVID madness, but several friends have done tours of their houses, and it's been my favorite thing to watch, so I was gonna shoot our house.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Doesn't sound good?
Get Noche, he's right behind you.
Let's see what Noche has to say about that. Yeah, alright, so we start by just having cats in every corner.
And fake ones.
And fake ones. We should start outside. Let's go downstairs. So this is our entryway. We have Christmas poinsettias, which aren't dead yet. We have all our throws. This is a flower cane with about 250 little yellow and white flowers that we were supposed to throw last Friday at the Irish parade, which was canceled because of the virus. And there's beads and other shit. We spent about, $150 on stuff, and so it's still sitting here. But it's not like milk, it won't go bad. Let's go down here. Let's see. This bottom shelf is overflow from our little free library outside. And it used to be full. There were just hundreds and hundreds of extra books because we were getting more than we were getting rid of. But now people are taking more than they're giving. Let's see. The second shelf is for just books from the 1800s or before. And let's see, we got a little cat lamp here. This is 10 years of medication that I turned into a Christmas strand. And this is my grandmother's piano, which still works and is not entirely out of tune. And this is the, if anything goes wrong with the piano, please give me a call, in 1949. And then you'd think that this is kind of a dead end here, but it's not. It's our costume closet, which everyone in New Orleans has a costume closet. This one is special though because if you move some of the costumes and go like this, it opens up into another closet, which opens up into my office. Hello, Aslan. This is my office with movie posters. 2 of my favorite early 80s schlock B-movie horror films. This is where I edit stuff. Another great 80s horror film, April Fool's Day, with lots of glare on it. What else is back here? Oh, this is a picture that I took in Melbourne, Australia, at a theater. And this is the coat that the White Witch from Narnia wore on their stage production, so I thought it was appropriate for this room. And my friend Anne did that painting 25 years ago, the first time she went to Paris. And this is an actual 1975 poster that I've had since about 1984. It was in my bedroom in high school, and I just found it a couple months ago in the attic, and I was very happy to find it, although being in the attic for years it's got nibbled on in the corners. Nibble, nibble, nibble. Okay, let's go upstairs. Alright, let's go upstairs then. Oh, I've never documented all this art. Okay, here we have Oscar Wilde, that Poppy Bright, now Billy Martin, made for me. My friend Patty made this glass key with a little spooky skull. What's this? Gay Products. If it's gay, it's okay. January 1951. This is my friend Laura Izzo, from many years ago, that my friend Nikki took that shot. The bubble in front of her face. I love that. This is from Tale of Two Cities, which, bring me hither that fellow, said the Marquis to the courier, which is kind of how I always operated in my slutty days. What is this? Jean took this of Latifah Wright's doll. This was my grandmother's neighbor. And when my grandmother died, I randomly found this picture in my grandmother's garage. I don't know why she had it, but I like it. And here's a piece by Christy Kane, one of her dead dollies. And another Christy Kane, spooky dolly. And Sean and Louis St. Louis made this, and Sean gave this to me. This one's fun. When we lived in the quarter, we found this box of old, what do you call them? Business cards. And it was, can I focus on this? 923 Orleans is where we lived at the time. So we took a couple and framed them. And here's a little spooky guy. And where did I get this? Oh, Sean gave me that too. And Jean gave me this, because she owns a frame shop. Everything in my house is framed by Jean. She has a shop on Magazine behind Boulangerie. This is by Angie. Little velvet flower, dancy split girl. Okay, what's up here? This is my David Bowie painting and Louise Brooks. And this is the American Gothic, which I did a long time ago. How long ago? 97. Wow. And this painting always freaked me out as a kid, so the pitchfork tines here, I put little blood dabs on. And that's from our old house on the street that I took one full moon night. And Jean took this from one block closer on a 4th of July night. And it is currently almost 3 o'clock. What's going on over here? Oh, this is makeup from Sean's Edward Gorey party, which was the Saturday before Mardi Gras. I haven't cleaned it up yet. Which was the last night of carefree living for me, because I worked after that, then I got sick, and then there was a quarantine. What do we have here? Our homoerotic Cellini and Michelangelo stuff. Here's my Beethoven painting. And in the parlor, what's going on in the parlor today? Christmas lights still. All our Christmas tree was right here, and all the Christmas stuff, I just put it up yesterday, so that's good. What have we been listening to on the turntable? Oh, Love is a Drag. This is a great record from 1962 for adult listeners only. There's nothing really dirty about it except that it's a man singing songs about loving other men. Like, Lover Man, He's Funny That Way, My Man, Bewitched, Bewildered, Bewildered, Bill, Boy Next Door, The Man I Love, Mad About the Boy, He's My Guy, etc. Oh, this came last week. Dark Shadow soundtrack. let's go out on the balcony. Vroom. The street's pretty empty these days. Not too much going on. It is a very beautiful, dry, cool, breezy day today. So it's a great day for walking, which nobody's doing. Here's a spooky pirate. And this is Michael Dukakis. How you doing, buddy? And that's John's house. He's our neighbor. He's very nice. Yeah, I've been hanging out here listening to records on the front balcony and in the evenings. Put up little speakers in the corner. One of them has this one. I don't know if you can see it from this angle, but on top of there is a little bird's nest. And as of a few weeks ago, there was a bird living up there, so I try not to play too much heavy metal. Just go like Julie London, things a bird would like if it was sitting on top of the speaker. Oh, somebody's walking. Infected. All right, let's go back inside. Okay, what can we talk about in this room? Here's a big baby mask that Scott and Wendy gave me at their party. Here's my DJ stuff for my lounge night, which was supposed to be on Tuesday. Canceled. I don't know when I'll be able to do that again. This is a little video setup. I shot a little short promo video with Barla Jean Merman sitting right there about a week and a half ago, and I just haven't put all the shit away. Here's my piano. Here's the church. It is 3. Okay, good. That clock is right. Okay, so my mom's birthday was on Wednesday, I think. And she asked me to play her Happy Birthday, and I said, oh, wow, I've never actually played Happy Birthday before, so I downloaded this intermediate advanced jazz arrangement of Happy Birthday in the obnoxious key of G flat. That's 6 flats, guys. It's very difficult to read if you're dyslexic. But I did record it, so here, I can play it for you. Mom liked it, and she said she listened to it several times and then cried. So, really, my ultimate goal in life is to make my mother cry. What kind of art do we have in here? Let's see. This is one of Sean's photographs of a porcupine and a dog. He had a big meal. What do we have here? Oh, this is all my music stuff. When I worked at the Saint, one of my regulars brought me this rubbing from Chopin's grave in Paris. And of course, Jean framed it beautifully. This I took after Katrina. This is the old piano that I used to love at the country club. And then during Katrina, the chimney fell in and broke the roof, and it landed on the piano, and they dragged the piano out onto the street. So I took that picture. This my friend Angie gave me, also post-Katrina, a bunch of music in a fucked up old house. And what's up here? This I took in Buenos Aires, in the cemetery where Eva Perón is buried. There are lots of cats in that cemetery. This, my friend Chris Morrison painted. This is our French Quarter house, and that's me, the black silhouette on the front step, and he hid things in this. There's a little kitty right there, and what else is hiding in here? I think there's a witch flying somewhere up in the sky. Can you see it? I don't know. And he also painted this house. There's the balcony we were just on. There's my old Carmagia, which is gone. I used to have ferns up there. And this is that house, the same house in French Quarter, but done folk art style. This is from 1974, I think the date on it was, and it was in that house when we bought it. So this is interesting because it shows how the same thing can look totally different between person A and person B. We have Duchamp's La Chaux au Cul, the Mona Lisa with mustache. Jean brought me this from Paris, and then Jean framed it with a similar frame of the Mona Lisa in the Louvre, because we're fancy like that. Alright, what's going on over here? This is books, which is definitely a good thing to have when you're locked down for God knows how long. This movie, Hard Times, from I think 1975, with Charles Bronson and James Coburn, and little Jill Ireland poking her little head out here. This movie was actually filmed, part of it was in this house. This room here was Jill Ireland's quote-unquote apartment. And in 1975, this was really run down, and it was supposed to be Depression era New Orleans, and it looked pretty awful. But it's cool to have Jill Ireland's ghost in our parlor. Alright, what's in here? This is our guest room. This is Scully. What is Scully doing? Scully is in her little box. Speaking of boxes, we'll unpack this someday. We've just been back 5 years. What do you expect us to do? Here's my Liz Taylor from Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. And this is Divine, which, if you zoom in, it looks like absolutely nothing, but if you back away from her, oops, and knock over things, then you can kind of see Divine. Over the spooky Red Dragon wheelchair, which I got on eBay many years ago. Alright, let's go in here. These doors stay shut because the animals are not allowed in the front of the house because of upholstered furniture and carpet. And their little leaky bladders aren't allowed to do stuff like that. And I'm talking about you right now, Bunny. Bunny, tell us a joke. You got any good jokes? Okay, this is our dining room. What's going on in here? Oh, here's more art. Let's see. Here's a Liechtenstein I got in New York. And this is in Melbourne at Lunar Park. I took that. And my friend Molly McGuire did these beautiful paint drawings. I just love her work. She did all the banners, the circus banners that they used in American Horror Story. Okay, what's going on here? We have this little wobbly cat that my friend Maris gave us. And the Oscar Wilde action figure. And this is Yates County, New York. Okay, from 1852. And the significance of this is that my family's lake house, this is in the Finger Lakes, is right about here. And we go there every summer since I was a kid. Okay, we got Edie Sedgwick up there. Hello, Edie. And we have over here, Mary Pappas took this shot of Jeebus M. Christ. Maris made me this painting at my last piano concert, which was the paint was still wet when she gave it to me. This is called Friendly Crypt Keeper, also by Poppy / Billy Martin. And this is, these are the editors of our old zine. Remember those from the 90s? We had Suffering is Hip magazine, and it's still online. You can Google Suffering is Hip and read all our old spooky articles. There's Liz in her rubber suit. I took that in a cheap motel in New Jersey years and years ago. There's Rebecca. And here's the only picture of me ever taken with a beard, which I shaved off the next day because somebody said, "Oh, I didn't recognize you, you look 10 years older." That was the last time I did that. And Bat. I miss you, Bat. Bat, by the way, made us, when we first moved into this house 16 years ago, by the way, these candles, I love these little light bulbs. She made us this little protection, where's my hand? There it is. Made us this little protection charm, and it's been hanging right here for 16 years, and I feel protected. Okay, what's going on? We have cat food next to the cat dildo. Thank you for that, Maris. I always forget that's there, and then we have like 12-year-olds come over to the house, and then after they leave, I'm like, oh, I should probably have moved the cat dildo somewhere else, but whatever. Giant cabinet. Liquor cabinet, very important these days. Lots of spooky skulls. Oh, Birdie gave us this cool gravy boat thing, but you fill it with gravy and then the cat pukes up whatever chunky foul thing you put in here. We haven't used it yet, but I want this virus to go away so we can have a dinner party so we can use that. What's up here? There's Ben's family from the 80s. And Ben is just to the left of his mom in the blue. Look at little young Ben. And there's Varla Jean from the You're My Best Friend video that we shot partly at the Saint, although this scene was cut, but I still like that picture. More spooky skulls. This is from Mark, who hides skulls all over town and then puts them on Instagram, and then people go and find them, and apparently it's quite the thing. He's got 20,000 followers, and they don't last long when he puts them out. And this is Harley. She was my best friend for 18 years. She was a good cat. All right, kitchen time. Bunny, move. Cat themes abound. I found these little fuckers at the bargain center on the corner one day. Here's a little cat making biscuits, literally. Found this and also this in a print shop in, where were we? Melbourne, in Australia. Oh, this is also by Patty. These glass roses. Used to be bigger, but it broke in the move. Here's our dirty stove, which needs to be cleaned. Let's not look at that. And a bathroom. This is called The Bathroom of Dead Cats and Unfortunate Children's Books. Let's just take a quick spin through here. This is actually a dog. It was on the wall of my therapist, and the art on the walls there was for sale. And it was by like a 40-year-old guy with some serious learning disorders, but I really liked it. And I kept looking at this during our sessions, this and also this. And I said, I would like to buy those cats. And she said, well, actually, they're dogs. I'm like, nope, they're cats. There's me and my big chunky camera. And this is by Angie. This was Ben's cat Peeper, long gone. This is by Maris, Kittyscape. And oh, here's Harley. We just saw her skull. This is when she was a kitten, around 1993, when I lived in a warehouse in Oakland on the wrong coast. This is also Peeper, done by Winifred. And I was looking at it the other day, and I never really noticed that Winifred, you used orange to outline things, and I never would have thought to do that, but it really works well. Here's a cat in a chair. The significance of this piece is that it was in our house growing up in the 70s and 80s. This is our sweet, sweet Hilo, who died 2 years ago. We miss her very much. Here's another Winifred. And this is Harley, again. And then what's up here? Dances with Kittens. My mom and Gigi found that on Jackson Square when they were visiting one day and brought it back to us. And we thought, oh, that's appropriate. And then we have unfortunate children's books. The night Dad went to jail. And why did Dad go to jail? Because of Mommy's black eye. And, of course, All My Friends Are Dead, which is a great book. Oh, and The Shower Curtain. All right. The story here, I was in Vegas with Patty, and we were in this fusty old lady fabric shop, with just horrible floral patterns and stuff. And then this bolt of fabric was on a table. And I think that they must have ordered it by mistake, because I don't think they understood what was really going on here. They probably thought, well, somebody's got a grandchild who's into sports or something, but obviously it's a bunch of gay little, come on, that's Huddle. One love, 2 hearts, no strikes. Okay, so that's that. That room, oh wait, we have more art here. This is also by Chris Morrison. And this is a Banksy, a photograph of a Banksy that we got in London. And Dr. Bob. So I think that's all the art in here. Oh, okay, here's the laundry room / gallery of misshapen animals. Well, first of all, this is how you get down to the garden. We'll go there in a minute. Step down to terror. And oh, I need to tack that back up. This is one of my favorite paintings that before I met Ben, somebody, I don't know, I think was staying at his house and then gave him this as, quote, rent. There's just so much about this painting that asks questions that cannot be answered. Most obviously, who the fuck is that little homunculus? Who are you? Why is there a hellscape going on over you? But what really bothers me most about this painting is we don't know what was posted here. And it keeps me up at night wondering what that sign was supposed to say or did say. All right, here is a very sad looking cow I picked up in somewhere in Appalachia, I seem to recall. This I got in Paris, Texas. And the woman who did this painting supplied the little antique shop with lots of stuff. So there were tons of paintings by her with this disappearing horse body and the Smell My Ass cat. I'm very fond of that. What's over here? Okay, here we have some little cats playing. They're not misshapen, and there's nothing unfortunate about them. Maybe they belong in here. This piece belongs in here because of the mustache seagulls. They're a little unfortunate. And then the gay cheetah, which is just a sight to behold. Look, there's his dinner, those gazelles running away. And he is running away from the gazelles towards us saying, "Hey girl, no carbs after 7. Okay, let's go outside. We are on the balcony. And, okay, we'll just start over here. These are black Parrot tulips that I bought about a month ago, and they seem to be growing. Well, that one not so much. Oh wait, there he is. Hey, that's new. Okay. Very gothy, frilly black tulip. Looking forward to seeing them. We got art out here in the Mile High Club, and our friend Eli gave this to Ben. Little plane crash. I don't know what it is, but I like it. We got this Taylor going on. This big old thing. Words to live by. We got more tulips here. Look, there's one. Not quite as happy. This one, you haven't come up yet, but that's all right. This garden, 5 days ago, did not look like this. You couldn't really see much. Everything was overgrown, weedy. This fountain you couldn't see the fountain at all because of all the overgrowth. And it's just starting to look really, really nice. Here's my Mad Men art. This was in Pete Campbell's apartment. And I always loved that little triptych, so I took a screen snap of it, and then one day sort of recreated it with the jigsaw and some burlap. Okay, what else is going on? This is pretty much where I've been living for the last week. My little office and smoking station. Always have underwear on your patio furniture, just in case, you never know. Here's my journal. I've been trying to write in it every day or two, just to, because you forget about day-to-day stuff, and we live in interesting times right now, so I've been trying to do that. Okay, there's Ben.
Hey, baby.
I should do the art in here. Let's see.
Who am I speaking to?
Just the world. This we got in Venice. And, which, speaking of Italy, Ben took this picture in Florence. And you couldn't time that if you tried. We call it censorship pigeon. That's Mr. Stripey Pants. There's Ben and Hilo.
That's the best cat picture ever taken.
It is the best cat picture ever taken. It makes us cry every time we look at it, so we should probably take it down. Here's this is when I had an art thing at Jean's gallery years ago. What year? How many years ago? I think 03 was it? It was a long time ago. This is when I worked at the Hideout. This is probably 02. That's Jean at the bottom. Izzo's biting my ear. Martha's on the left. And Pamela was my relief. I used to work 2 a.m. to 10 a.m. and then Pamela would come in and let me go home. This is at the lake house, which I kind of wish I was there now, but I'm also glad I'm home. And then Michelle did these beautiful paintings: bunny bread, spares, condoms, and this cocktail. And Noche hasn't moved since we started this.
Let's see if I can get him.
Noche,
Okay.
Noche, wake up, you're useless.
He's kind of mad. He's taking a cat nap.
Alright, that's okay. Alright, so let's go into Ben's office. This is Las Vegas in the 50s. This is his Keith Haring by Annie Leibovitz. This is his American Airlines from the 60s. Air France from the 60s. Oh, and then this little installation I made for him a few weeks ago. Do you get it? And then I made this for Ben ages ago. This is back when we were professional gamblers. This is an episode of The Twilight Zone where this guy starts playing a slot machine and then it comes to life and chases him down a hallway and shoves him out a window, and he dies. It's great. And there's a little silver dollar that my brother sent to us when I told him about this project. This is another Poppy painting of the Peeps, because I do Master Peeps Theater, where we recreate tableaux vivants of movies and books and things, but using marshmallow peeps, a la Lisa in Boston, who started it all. Okay, here's the other bathroom, which, years in that, the gay sporty curtains we got years ago, and then last year, Patty found this fabric and said, you need curtains for the other bathroom, so this is like the hiking version. I don't think she got it at the same place in Vegas, though. But I do like that. And what art do we have in here? We have, our 60 Schlitz things, which is kind of bi-curious. I was curious. I tasted it. Now I know. And here's a wood transfer of that same cemetery in Buenos Aires, a photo I took. And that's just a shower, nothing very exciting about that. Let's go in the garden. Bye. We are currently stepping down to terror. Well, last week it was terror. Now it's quite nice. That is Mr. Stripey Pants. This is his favorite spot at the moment. And these are my roses that I planted that are now 12 feet high. And this is kind of turning into a Grateful Dead album cover. Get that off your face. Lots of little butterflies at the moment. Oh, here's the lime tree.
Oh shit.
What?
Are you filming for real?
Yeah, I'm filming for real. It's okay. This lime tree used to be up to there, but in January of 2018 it froze, and we thought died. And so Keith cut it down to, I don't know if I can get this, to a stump. To about a 1 foot stump, but then it started sprouting, and now we just noticed this week, for the first time since 2018, there are limes on here. This used to give us hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of limes, and we haven't had any in 2 years. And now, look, there's one tiny little lime. So that's good news. Very excited about that. Spooky spider. Spooky little fella. The hot tub, which is still working, even though it looks like it's falling apart. It's clean and functional, and I use it all the time. There's Pete Campbell's Mad Men art. And our little witch's cauldron fire pit. God, this yard is so much different now than it was just a few days ago. There's the lion fountain and Harley's bones, except for obviously her skull and femurs, which are upstairs in the liquor cabinet. We poured this concrete pad and sprinkled her bones into there. So this is really her, this is the Harley fountain. It's her little memorial, because she was, like I said, my best friend for 18 years. One of the plants you see in New Orleans a lot is called angel's trumpet, which, if you look at it printed, it looks like angel's strumpet, which is why I call it that. But there's also, you don't see this very often, devil's trumpet, and they're kind of purple and evil looking, but also really cool. And that's that. That's Bella. You're in the way again. This pile of wood was a shed that was really cute when we bought this house in '04, and that cat's claw, which is this weed here on the fence, literally ate the building. So the shed used to be here, where you can see where they couldn't paint the fence because the shed was in the way. But Keith just dismantled that sad old shed, and now we're going to build stuff back here after we fix this lovely fence. And back here is the hole where Bunny escaped. You may have seen that video. Yeah. But I boarded it up and she hasn't been able to escape since. Okay, so this is the end of my little tour. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed other people's tours. It's absolutely fascinating to snoop around other people's houses, so that's why I did this. Alright, everyone stay safe, and hopefully we will meet again in person one day. Bye.
Meow, meow, meow.